Now, our topic for today is all about the graph of the tangent function. Now, in graphing the um, tangent function, we can also use the circular function. Now, in circular function, we can use the quadrantal angle. For example, this is our circular function. And this point, this is 0 degrees. And this point, this is pi over 2 or 90 degrees. And this point, this is pi or 180 degrees. And this point, this is um, 3 pi over 2. And we can also say that this is also 360 degrees or equal to 2 pi. Now here, in 0 degrees, we have coordinate point of each quadrantal angle. The coordinate of this point is equal to 1, 0. And this point, or in the 90 degrees or pi over 2, the coordinate point is 0 and 1. While in this point, the coordinate is negative 1 and 0. And this point, we have 0 and negative 1. Now, using this, we can also graph the tangent. Here, what is the ratio of a tangent? Diba? The ratio of tangent x is equal to sine x over cosine x. Now, for 0 degrees, the tangent for 0 degrees is equal to sine 0 over cosine 0. Now, based on the circular function, the value of sine 0 is equal to 0. And the value of the cosine 0 is equal to 1. Now, if you find the result of this is 0 over 1. What is the result? This is 0. For the pi over 2 or 90 degrees, to find the tangent 90 or pi over 2, what is the sine 90? We have the sine is equal to 1. And the cosine is equal to 0. Here, 1 over 0, that is undefined. For pi, tangent pi, we have, what is the value of sine? We have 0. And the value of cosine is negative 1. 0 over negative 1, that is 0. Next one, in this point, for the 270 degrees or 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2 is equal to, what is the tangent? 3 pi over 2. What is the value of sine in that angle? The sine is negative 1. And the cosine is 0. Negative 1 over 0, that is undefined. For the last angle, we have the 2 pi is equal to, what is the tangent? 2 pi. What is the sine? That is 0. And the cosine is equal to 1. 0 over 1, that is 0. Now, as you can see, there are angles that the result is undefined. Now, what do you mean that undefined? Now, if we graph the tangent function based on the result here, this is the Cartesian plane. Here, the first interval that is pi over 2. Next by pi. Next 3 pi over 2. And 2 pi. Now, if we have this interval on the right side, we have also on the left side, this is negative pi over 2. This is negative pi. This is negative 3 pi over 2 and negative 2 pi. Now, we get all the tangent of the angle 0 degrees, pi over 2 pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. Now, in the 0 degrees, our result is 0. Therefore, this is the point in the 0 degrees. What about the pi over 2? Since we get undefined, we will now line it with a broken line because the result is undefined. For pi over 2, what is the result? We have 0. Therefore, nasaan yung 0? Nasa axis. What about the 3 pi over 2? Meron ulit tayo undefined. Ibig sabihin yan, meron tayong broken line. And for the 2 pi, we have 0. On the left side of our Cartesian plane, for the negative pi over 2, we have also a broken line here. And for the 3 pi over 2. And this is the point for negative pi and negative 2 pi. Now, here, this is the table for the tangent S. Here we have 0, pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. Ano kaya magiging itsura ng ating graph sa tangent function? This is the graph of the tangent function. Now, as you can see on the graph, what do you think is the domain of our tangent function? Here, as you can see, the broken line in algebra, that is called the vertical asymptote. And here, this is the graph of our tangent. Y is equal to tangent x. Ano kaya yung domain niya based on the figure? Ibig sabihin lang to, for example, we have negative pi, between negative pi and positive pi. Ibig sabihin lang to, kapag ang x value mo daw ay negative pi over 2 and positive pi over 2 sa function na y is equal to tan x, magkakaroon na tayo ng vertical asymptote. Ngayon, ibig sabihin lang, between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2 lang yung value ng x natin. Ibig sabihin, kapag kapag nag-pi over 2 ka na, or 90 degrees ka na angle, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon na tayo ng undefined or vertical asymptote. Kapag hinati mo naman itong 0 and pi over 2, kinuha mo yung midpoint nila. What is the midpoint of pi over 2 and 0? That is pi over 4 here. Ibig sabihin niyan, this is the value of pi over 4 in the function. Dito naman, this is for the negative 1. Kaya yung graph niya ay ganyan yung itsura niya. Ganyan, pababa siya. Ibig sabihin lang, ang kanyang domain ay between sa negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. So that the domain is x is such that is not equal to 2n plus 1 times pi over 2. For example, your n is equal to 0. 2 times 0 plus 1 times pi over 2. 2 times 0, that is 0, plus 1, that is 1, times pi over 2, that is pi over 2. Kaya napapansin nyo dito, yung pi over 2 natin at negative pi over 2 ay may vertical asymptote. Or let's try another, n is equal to 1. 2 times 1, 2 times 1 plus 1 times pi over 2. 2 times 1, that is 2, plus 1, that is 3, times pi over 2, that is 3 pi over 2. Kaya napansin nyo dito, sa 3 pi over 2 may vertical asymptote. Yung n is an integer. Now, based on the figure, the range is, what is the range of the tangent function? The range is from negative infinity here, then to the positive infinity. That is the range. The graph is discontinuous kapag yung nakuha mong value dito sa formula, ito, yung ginawa natin dito, is dun daw magdi-discontinuous yung ating value of x. Ibig sabihin, meron siyang vertical asymptote doon sa value na yun. Now here, to find the x-intercept, the formula is x is equal to n is equal to pi. And the period in sine and cosine is equal to 2 pi. Now, what about in the tangent function? What is the period? The period in the tangent function is equal to pi. And in the tangent function, the graph has no amplitude. Wala siyang amplitude kasi wala siyang maximum and minimum value. Hindi compared to the sine and cosine, because we have the amplitude in cosine and sine. And tangent function also is an odd function because, as you can see, the graph is symmetric with respect to the origin. If your function is tangent negative x rather, is equal to, pwede mo din daw siyang i-rewrite as negative tan x. Now, let's try to solve an example. Now, this table indicate the negative side of the Cartesian plane. Now, for example, now this is the steps in graphing the tangent function. The first one, as you can see, you need to find the period, but the period of the tangent is equal to pi over 2. Then, After finding the period, you can now draw the one cycle of the tangent function. Sa pag-draw daw ng tangent function, kailangan mo lang itong points na ganito, na coordinate. We have negative pi over 2 times b or positive pi over b. After that, you can now find the two adjacent vertical asymptote. Ano lang ba yung formula niyan? The formula is x is equal to plus and minus pi all over 2b. Now, after nyo makuha yung adjacent vertical asymptote, pwede mo nang i-divide yung asymptote mo into 4 equal parts. Then after that, gumawa ka na lang ng table, then i-evaluate mo na yung function. Now, for example here, sketch the graph of y is equal to 1/2 tan 2x. Again, since this is a tangent function, therefore, there is no amplitude in the function. To find the period, we have pi over b is equal to pi over 2 is equal to pi over 2. Ibig sabihin, this is the period of your function. After that, hanapin mo na yung two adjacent vertical asymptote. Ano ba yung formula niya? That is x is equal to plus and minus pi over 2b. Ano ba yung b natin sa given function? The b is, yung b natin dito is 2. Nakuha. Then substitute. 2 times 2, that is 4. Therefore, our two adjacent vertical asymptote are negative pi over 4 and pi over 4. Ngayon, for example, andito yung ating Cartesian plane. Andito yung negative pi over 4. Andito yung positive pi over 4. Ngayon, itong adjacent vertical asymptote natin, hahatiin natin ngayon to. To find the midpoint, we have pi over 2, pi over 4 rather, divided by 2, that is pi over 8. And in the left side, we have also negative pi over 8. Ayan siya. If you want to create a table, pwede mong gawin itong ganito. Nakuha. Therefore, the graph look like this. Nakuha. This is the graph of 1/2 tan 2x. Now, our next topic is all about the trigonometric identities. Here, we need to recall that if nagpa-plot ka ng point sa Cartesian plane, for example, here, itong point na to, di ba may laman yan? Anong laman niya? That is x and y. If you want to extend that in trigonometric function, we can also say that p is equal to cosine and sine. Now, sabi dito, recall that if p, x, and y is the terminal point on the unit circle corresponding to, then we have sine theta is equal to y, and the reciprocal of sine is cosecant is equal to 1 over y. Ano ba yung y natin? That is the equivalent of sine. For cosine theta is equal to x, the reciprocal of cosine theta is equal to secant is equal to 1 over x. Eh ano ba yung x? That is the cosine theta. To find the tangent that is opposite over the adjacent, or y over x, and for the cotangent we have x over or adjacent over the hypotenuse. Now, these are the fundamental trigonometric identities. The first one, we have the reciprocal identities. Now here, the reciprocal of cosecant is 1 over sine. And for the second, the reciprocal is 1 over cosine theta. And for the cotangent, the reciprocal is 1 over tangent. The next identity is the quotient identities. If you, pag sinabi mo yung quotient, therefore, you have numerator and denominator. The quotient identities for tangent, we have the sine over the cosine. For the cotangent, we have the cosine theta over sine theta. The next fundamental trigonometric identities is called the Pythagorean identities. Now here, paano ba na-derive ang Pythagorean identities? Now in a unit circle, here, if I draw a line segment dun sa curve, anong tawag natin dun sa line na to? From the point here to the origin. That is the value of r. Now, if I project this down to the x-axis, this side is called x, right? And this side is called the y. Now, what is the standard equation of circle centered at the origin? We have x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Now, since this is a unit circle, the value of x is also known as, if you extend that in trigonometric function, that is cosine. And this side of y, that is sine. Therefore, x, we can also write this as cosine squared x plus, what is y? That is sine squared x is equal to r squared. What is the radius of a unit circle? That is 1 squared. Then simplify. We have cosine squared x plus sine squared x is equal to 1. Therefore, this is the first trigonometric Pythagorean identities. Now, to find the second and third Pythagorean identities, we will now use the first identity of Pythagorean. Ano ba ulit yun? That is cosine squared x plus the sine squared x is equal to 1. Paano natin madiderive ang second Pythagorean identity? Just divide this both side by cosine squared x. This cosine squared x. Then simplify. Now, since the operation in the numerator is addition, we can separate this. We have cosine squared x all over cosine squared x plus sine squared x over the cosine squared x is equal to 1 over cosine squared x. Then simplify. What is cosine squared x over cosine squared x? That is 1. Now here, in the second term, plus, what is sine squared x over cosine squared x? That is the equivalent of the tangent. Since that is squared, therefore that is tangent squared x. And is equal to, what is equivalent of 1 cosine squared x? That is secant squared x. Therefore, the next, that is the second Pythagorean identities. This is the first, this is the second. Now, to find the third Pythagorean identities, we have cosine squared x plus sine squared x is equal to 1. Here, we will now divide both sides by sine squared x all over sine squared x. Then, what is cosine? We can also separate this. Cosine squared x all over sine squared x plus sine squared x all over sine squared x is equal to 1 over sine squared x. What is cosine squared x all over sine squared x? That is cotangent squared x. Plus, what is sine? What is sine squared x all over sine squared x? That is equal to 1. Is equal to what is the equivalent of 1 over sine squared x? That is the cosecant squared x. Ibig sabihin, this is the third Pythagorean identities. These are the Pythagorean identities. Saan siya na-derive? In the right triangle. Next fundamental identities is the even odd identities. Now here, if you have sine negative theta, you can write this, or this is equal to negative sine theta. For the cosine negative theta, that is equal to cosine theta. For the tangent, tangent is negative theta, pwede mo dong i-rewrite yan as negative tan theta. Now, let's try to simplify some of the trigonometric identities.